We finally found a place. Hi, this is the second in an ongoing, we hope, series of teach-ins that are meant to provide a kind of reflective component, chance to think about the larger context of the occupation movement, what it means to set up a space like this, and the sort of cultural, intellectual, emotional, spiritual perspectives that opens up. Last week I gave a talk on biology, the neurology of consensus, something that I hope I'll get back to at some point. We have a panel today of people from various traditions, of people who have entered various traditions at different times. Louise is going to introduce that.
Okay, well, when we were formulating this series, we took general ideas on what we thought might work, and one of the ideas that came up was to talk about people who approach this kind of work, this kind of social change, from a spiritual grounding, come from a spiritual tradition, and use that as a basis for reflection, for movement to action, for support. So I guess there's also sort of a surprise component here, which we might be springing on some of the panelists, but that's good because we want to have people think on their feet. Besides the very basic of the spiritual aspect, the spirituality of social action, we also want to try to put it in context as far as this particular kind of movement, which I think everybody knows here, but bears repeating, is a leaderless social movement, is horizontal as opposed to top-down, vertical. And when we were asking people to be panelists, we had a suspicion that many of the principles of the particular traditions that they're from, not 100% of the traditions, but possibly their own, where they are working and where they are worshiping, has many aspects of this sort of egalitarian horizontalism. Hopefully they'll be able to kind of think about that and explain it themselves. But what we want to try to do is not only talk about the spiritual grounding of action, but also try to have a dialogue about how it relates to this new, unique, not new, but unique because it's so large, it's global, leaderless, autonomous, huge movement. Is that all like as clear as mud? No. Okay. All right. So I'd like you to know, Michael. Everybody will introduce themselves and have 10 minutes of comment, and then we will have a discussion. But Michael Steinberg from the Hindu tradition, Ken Maher from the Friends Meeting, the Quaker tradition, Alex Camardo from the Buddhist tradition, and then when she can get here, we will have Chava Redonnet, who is from the Catholic worker, rad, breakaway Catholic, ordained Catholic priest, who is doing a lot of great work with migrant labor. She'll join us as soon as she's able. So should we just go right in a row?
I'd like to hear Ken first.
All right. That's cool.
I like to be at the end in a way because I have thought directly about.
Yes, sir.
Those ideas.
Yes, sir.
Aha. Okay. Well, I feel like this is a little bit like speed dating, especially with the addition of the topic that wasn't here before, and maybe I should wait because apparently our fourth panelist is here and we can introduce her too before I start.